Hey everybody, it's the last Robokai here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Majesty HD. This is an interesting one because this is actually probably my hands down favorite mission in the whole game. I love the concept behind it, I love what it gets you to do during it, I love the challenges that you face during it. So imagine my surprise when attempting to record this Let's Play. This game did everything it could to try and make me not enjoy myself. And we'll be going along with the, what is the fourth attempt I made to try and get this fucking mission done. Because holy Christ, it did whatever it could. So joining me on this adventure is as always.
Hey guys, it's Cool Guy, and yeah, it was kind of funny to watch the final attempt, watch him slowly lose his goddamn mind.
And I'm Orv, and I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. It's gonna be real good.
It's rather unfortunate that it's still nowhere near as funny as what has happened previously. But I will give a detailed explanation once we go in what this game put me through.
I'm waiting with
let's get
bated breath.
Let's get started.
Oh, how can I possibly tell our sovereign the news? Majesty, I have good news and bad. The good news is your uncle died. No, that won't do. Ahem. My liege, your late uncle has bequeathed you a town of sorts. Maybe more positive. It pleases me to inform you that you've been granted a tremendous opportunity. You can be the first Ardanian sovereign to give the word slum a good name. No, that won't work either. It's no use. Majesty, look out the window. Rogues, elves, and debauchery as far as the eye can see. It's all yours, no thanks to your dead uncle. Think you can clean up that mess?
I love that intro. That is like the greatest intro. Yeah, it's.
I also love how they misspelled liege.
Well, you know what? He's having a really stressful time. Alright, so my first run of the game, this is exactly the moment that it stopped, because the goblin camp pumped out a troll priest who camped the front of the palace and killed every single peasant that came out trying to build something. So that was run 1 out of the way. So as you may have noticed, we're kind of going to be smack bang in the middle of some crazy shit. We got goblins hanging around being jerks, we got elves in the distance, there'll be a rogues guild, and we're going to be trying to make money to build ourselves up a force so that we can basically just clear all these people out. So, as you can imagine, this causes a few problems. Also, rats and goblins do not like each other. The goblins are a separate faction, so they'll pretty much fight any, yellow monster that appears. The biggest problem in this is, you're going to be getting robbed constantly. Like, fucking constantly. They're just rogues just coming into your markets, coming into your everything else, and they just keep looting you obsessively. That's just. And then there are all the gambling halls. So if you build chaos, you're gonna end up with like half your people just wandering off and gambling half the time rather than like spending money in your kingdom. Also, putting these things up, people will spend money in your kingdom as well. So it's just, oh man, this is such a clusterfuck, this mission. Also, trying to put things down with limited space makes me mad.
Hero has arrived at the embassy, my liege.
Yeah, so this is just one of those missions that I guess your placement at the beginning can have a lot to do with what's going to go wrong, but I think just like, everything kind of went wrong for me. That's the embassy. That's going to be pooping out heroes so long as like I'm willing to spend the money on it as well, which can be kind of handy as well, considering I have limited space to build stuff. This is just.
That's also the reason that you suddenly revealed half of the map. Technically, the red people, all the rogues, the elves, and the goblins count as allied, and it provides you shared vision. But yeah, so part of the problem that Robokai had here was that it takes a long time to get going, and I sat here for like 15 minutes just watching
Please
nothing
pay
happen.
attention to the
so
bottom
I
left of the
instead
screen,
just
by the way.
yeah, he's slowly losing his mind at this
I was
point.
on day 17 of just letting things happen and just slowly going mad. You see, because here's the thing, right? Here's something that happened to me on my second run. I built normally, I plopped down a Warriors Guild, and I built a Paladin, and then suddenly everyone just starts attacking my kingdom. And I'm thinking to myself, that didn't happen the last 100 times I played this game. Why is that happening? And I'm going to assume it was a bug, or the Paladin just went, a goblin, and took a swing at it or something, but that was second run. So second run kaputted probably somewhere around day 7. So that was run 2. As you can imagine, this like being like castle camped and your Paladin just procking everyone to like basically frog stomp you is not supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure. So
They're supposed to go aggressive once you put an attack flag on a bungalow or any other red camp here. That's supposed to be what happens.
yeah. So on
This looks like the horrifying version of Sims.
yeah. Oh, it is.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys missed out on 15 minutes of just rogue stealing, going to gambling halls, and gambling intensifying.
It's just I hate. Like you really start to hate this kingdom. Look how much of it there is too. Jeez. And there's me just slowly going insane in the corner. Just leave past me to his madness, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only reason things are slowed down at the moment, actually, is just so you can see me just reminding myself in case I was somehow going to forget how horrible this is. I was basically at this point just saving up enough money so that I could poop out some paladins real quick, just in case it happened again. Because that was my number one fear this whole time, was that was going to happen. Because I did a third run, and rather than try and build paladins, I built chaos people. And it did not work at all, I think partially because everyone was off on gambling halls. So when I dropped the flag, like, a big war broke out. All of my chaos guys with their low willpower were often isolated in different parts of the kingdom and just got their heads beat in. I love this transition so much.
Gambling maximizes.
That's my money, you fucks. That is my money. So there is actually probably a pretty easy way to cheese and beat this mission. And that is basically you get your dwarven outpost and you build towers everywhere. I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull this kingdom apart piece by piece, and I think it works out a lot better. And thankfully, Cool Guy has somewhat alleviated the issue that was 20 to 25 days of absolute fucking suffering. And here we go. And I would just like to say this exact moment when I built the first paladin and everybody did not aggro, I started swearing like you would not fucking believe. I love this mission so much, ladies and gentlemen.
I can believe it.
But I was just like, they're not attacking. I have a paladin out. They're not attacking. I don't know if I actually froze for a few seconds either, and just like, why?
You did. When I was editing this, I came to realize when you were at your worst points, because like for about 5 minutes before you started typing there, you just did nothing. You were like staring at the screen. I honestly wondered if you were catatonic in some way or another.
I think I actually got up and went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let's come back and see how this goes. So I come back and I sit down and just like, this isn't working at all. But we're nearly there. We're so close. We're so close. It's fighty time. I just put 100 gold on it and shit erupts.
Everything goes to hell. It's so beautiful. So yeah, the second you do that, everything that's red just goes hostile to you. All of the goblins, all of the elves, all of the rogues.
it just breaks out in full insanity, and this is why I didn't build any dwarven ballista towers, because I want everyone to enjoy the absolute madness that is like 1,000,000 rogues, 1,000,000 elves, goblins as far as the eye can see, and like a very small number of paladins trying to like fight this, because it's just fucking crazy.
This is the coolest set piece. It's just like all of the street.
See, this is what makes the waiting worthwhile. 24 days with my thumb up my bum, hoping that this game doesn't bug the fuck out on me for like the 4th time in a row. It just watch, ladies and gentlemen. Look, they've already burnt.
This is. It's pretty beautiful. I mean, there's at this point, you know, on the row or on the wow, words are hard. On the board are at least 12 rogues and 8 elves plus whatever goblins are around. So, you know, he's got optimistically 8 paladins. So, I mean, they're horribly outnumbered, but they're still just going to go on a total killing spree, except when they get murdered in mass like that. Oh wait, dwarf!
I really like the amount of gold that's changing.
Oh yeah, this is how you stimulate the economy, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, all that fucking money. That's probably my money looted from a marketplace.
Oh yeah, no, it is. That was something that, you know, it stuck with people absolutely, because there were a number of folks in the thread who were saying how they never build rogues ever because those jackasses keep stealing all of the money from my marketplaces. And I'm just like, okay, if you have one of your rogues around, rogue guilds around, that's never going to happen in sufficient quantity for you to notice. But I think you remember Urban Renewal, don't you?
Yeah, I think Urban Renewal scarred a lot of people, which is really funny because I love this mission. Like, I love it because it just sets you up to really hate everyone, all your neighbors. It's like the ultimate shitty neighbors. It's like you're sitting next to the Bondi hoarders, basically. And for anybody who's not in Australia, Bondi is an area in Sydney with really nice beaches. It's relatively upper class, but there's like this one house that is famous because the people inside, and it's like 3 people, were just for years and years obsessively hoarding garbage to the point that they couldn't even live inside their own house because it was filled top to bottom.
Fuck.
You can imagine what that's like for their neighbors. I think they've been run out of it now, and like the house is being auctioned to anybody who like wants to clean it up. I thought about buying it, but I realized I'm just as messy. And so,
no. The thing is, the functional point is that they're looking to auction it off to somebody who won't clean it with gasoline and a match.
Well, yeah, but you know. So you've got this scenario where you've just got the worst neighbors possible, and you're just like, by the time you actually do kickstart burning down the bungalow, you know, like, how can you not be happy with how this is going? Hey, look, so many heroes have died, and I'm pretty sure that's not my heroes. I'm pretty sure that's just heroes in general have died, and I have a graveyard, so now there are skeletons attacking the rogues guild.
That was actually one of the meta games that I ended up trying when I first played this game was to just get a whole bunch of heroes killed and then just have like 1 billion graveyards shitting out a whole bunch of skeletons, and then use like cryptid priestesses to charm skeletons and keep them off me. The problem with that is that it ends up being way too expensive to raise the requisite number of heroes to do it. I'm actually almost positive that they start you out with a level 2 palace in this mission, precisely so you can't build gnomes and do that.
That's just
But skeleton died by skeleton.
the one case where gnomes are an overpowered strategy, so that they were banned from play.
Yeah, they just get banned because the only thing that gnomes are good for, dying, you need a lot of in this mission.
Oh man, you can just
Really appreciate it. I targeted an elven bungalow to start this all off.
I was really sad when the dwarf died.
it had to be done. Dwarven bungalow had to go first. like, without a doubt. This paladin is like fighting with no health. Holy crud.
Yeah, no, I get the feeling she's punishing herself because one of the first things she did when we set the camera on her was to murder the crap out of a peasant. She's just sort of hanging around, and she's just like, "No, you're dead now."
She's
good God.
She's berserking like crazy. I'm just like watching. I'm like, girl, you dumb. Go back. Go home. Like, I love that you just beat.
She is hardcore.
She is purifying everything. So now we're witnessing the greatest part is the blue slowly expanding outwards as the horrible red begins to shrink.
Dwarf time.
Well, it wouldn't be beating elves to death if I didn't somehow get dwarves involved.
Well, the embassy managed to pull one in for you. So basically, what the embassy does is it houses 2 heroes itself, and it will it'll just recruit 2 totally random heroes for anywhere between 800 and about 1,250 gold, and they show up at level anywhere between level 2 and level 4, so they're not completely raw. And then if you leave it open, it will also go and fill any guilds that you have that aren't quite full. So that's also a nice thing, a thing that it does. It does it at kind of a gold premium, but if you want to just kill crap and not pay attention to your guilds, it works a lot. It works really well.
So here's a mechanical question: Can goblins gamble?
Goblins cannot gamble. They don't actually own any gold, and they also can't visit, say, your blacksmith. For those of you wondering why Robokai didn't upgrade the blacksmith earlier on, is because these damn rogues and elves and crap can totally go into your blacksmith and buy upgrades.
Yes, and unfortunately, like, you would have to sort of weigh up the balance. Do I give my enemies a bunch of really nice bling? While my heroes are still getting set up, or do I just like try and keep the field even and then throw the hilarity out? And I opted for the takes much longer but has a lot less gold weapon armed elves approach.
Yeah, I think you did the right thing, because generally what happens with so many rogues around is that they'll go in, they'll buy a really nice weapon, and then they'll turn right around and steal all the money from the goddamn blacksmith 3 seconds later.
Oh dear. Okay, now I'm building ballista towers. But it's just like seeding ballista towers throughout the kingdom before you destroy everything is pretty much like the easiest way to beat this mission. If you can like stand not spending the money, like not having the money for a long time. It's just
not just that. It's that's the most reliable way to do it, but it's also the least fun. I mean, you do just absolutely stomp on people if you do it that way. But the back and forth and all of the little emergent moments where your paladins are fighting with like no health or something like that, it's so good. I mean that's basically why you play this game, are those little emergent moments.
You wanna remember what your heroes pulled off when they burned down the 50th Rogues Guild.
One rogue escaped that Chinese gang fight and then died.
That ranger was not letting him get away.
Look at this fucking elf fighting this dwarf by running around the building. What an asshole.
Keep running, elf. You better keep running, or else that hammer is gonna fuck you up.
He swings once, you're done.
Yup. Oh man. So yeah, after the initial orgy of violence, it sort of calms down a little bit in this mission, but it's so cathartic. I mean that's basically what I would have called this mission instead of urban renewal. Urban catharsis.
Thanks, Uncle.
Your Majesty, a royal treasure.
I'm hoping
I still
I
have
get
no
to
idea
the...
why you were.
Sorry?
The unholy.
I had no idea why you were bothering with a magic bazaar.
Because when you get the shapeshift potions, your paladins turn into minotaurs.
They do
They
what?
they
Okay, that's
turn
something
into
I
minotaurs.
did not know.
Is that
That is legitimately something I did not
I
know.
was-
is that a
I-
per
That is
class thing?
legitimately
I don't
incredible.
know, but I was playing the Spires mission to try and finish that. Let me tell you, that's beating my ass, ladies and gentlemen. It's like one of the final missions. It's beating my backside quite handily. I built a bazaar and I got the shapeshift up, and I'm like, holy crap, I've got all these minotaurs, and I was clicking on them, and they were all my paladins. So I don't know if it's a class-specific thing or what, but you know, it's about time I had minotaurs working for me in some capacity. So.
Yeah, you killed enough of them by this point.
I've distilled their corpses down into potions, and I've begun drinking them excessively. Hail Slanesh.
Victory is not in the cards.
Fuck you, peasant number 29.
God! I always love that announcement that, hey, these corrupted peasants have taken up arms against you. I'm just like, yeah, bring it. Bring it!
Oh no. Oh no, the peasants. No, whatever will I do? Where will we get some more of those? Turns crank, dispenses another 500.
Energies of light.
Oh god, another message. The hell's this one about? I literally don't. I legitimately don't
I
remember.
probably legitimately don't click on it because it's like, who cares? Everything's being burned down. I don't need to know anything anymore, advisor. We are shelling everything.
So many
there we
dead
go.
elves. This is a good day.
Dozens of this kingdom have sent for aid. So okay, so goblins from another nearby goblin kingdom have turned up to do something about this horrible anti-goblin racism that's going on, and that ranger is shooting fire arrows. Hot damn!
Yep, that's what the firebomb does.
Please,
That's like
please
legitimately
stop
one
burning
of
down
the,
my Temple of Helia.
Oh god.
Please stop burning down the
Oh,
Temples
God.
of Helia. This is one peasant is just like fighting the good fight over here with sword in hand, but
She's holding it steady against
This-
like four
this-
different goblins.
and the whole time she's like, there's been like someone being built just ready to defend it. There you go. See, it's like these stories like this. We would
Wow.
never have had that if I ballistic towered the place around. Peasant number, is that 39? Good God.
And the palace guard right next to it. There was a brilliant comment on a couple of episodes ago where it seems like, you know, all of the games we play, all of these lowly little guards just like go completely beyond themselves, from, you know, Beelzy in Dark Messiah to half the guardsmen that we ran into in Dawn of War 2 to like Palace Guard number 87 or whoever the hell he was, you know, holding the freaking line on the Temple of Helia there. Just I don't know what it is, man, but our games. They're games for the common
The
man.
little guys win it for us again. Also, that inn was named the Cocky Gnome, and it's just like, I'm guessing that's just like a gnome going, I'd have won this scenario for you. Sadly, I think I missed whenever that one elf I really wanted to die because it was like standing in front of my castle, like mooning me. I don't know where he went.
I very nearly put up a subtitle that called him, her, it an enemy of the state.
Well, apparently, according to a friend of mine, all the elves that you see in Majesty, this one, are male elves.
Energies of light.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a little bit like D&D elves. You can use whatever pronoun you want. You're probably going to be wrong an equal number
And they
of
will
times.
pretend. Well, they probably just pretend you're wrong, and then so they can be offended. But
God.
it's just, yeah. So that's the thing.
The elves in Majesty 2 are very clearly female, because, you know, the in-game the in-game tooltips like identify them with the pronoun she, but it doesn't really matter. I can't tell the difference between them either
Not a
way.
pretty place up. See,
This is the renewal part.
we've reached the point where I was no longer being robbed so badly of all of my money. Money has actually just started bucketing in. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'm gonna build a everything.
I also note how you're still not wasting any time with attack flags. There was just the one to kick things off.
Yeah, well, you know.
Energies of light.
Well, actually, it was a for a while there I was really quite poor, but Paladins is just so proactive, you don't need to. They're just like, den of fucking gambling.
Den of iniquity.
Den of iniquity, burn it down. Rogues Guild, burn it down. Elven Lounge, burn it down. All these fucking angry fucking barbarians come stumbling out. They're leveling up pretty handily as they fight too, which is actually kind of funny.
I had... where in the hell did these barbarians come from? I don't even know.
They were gambling. I don't know where they got.
Apparently.
I don't know where they got the money from. I'm just going to assume they were threatening the gambling establishment to allow them to keep operating there. But
Just punch a pit boss. That'll work.
No fun at all. Oh well. No one cares. Elfie Elfenstein.
Not anymore. Not for you.
Really want to burn it down. Really want to burn everything that appears. Yep, there we go. It's like, I've got the money now. I'm just going to set all these fuckers on fire. Catharsism, ladies and gentlemen.
Yar! Indeed, motherfucker. And then, of course, you still got those goblin hovels up in the upper left. Oh god! Wow!
Ask me again why I love this mission. I will tell you, because holy shit, once it gets going, beautiful.
I think that's really the takeaway lesson here. Even as much as this game tried to make you hate it, it tried so incredibly hard, but it couldn't take away how much fun the last 20 days of this has been.
Urban Renewal is still my absolute favorite mission. Okay, sure, it took 24 days of build-up, and it's taken like 15 days, like 16 days to reach its end. Like, much quicker to get going. Ah, jeez. So, like, look at that. Look at all that rubble.
Sorry, I would love if you bugged out and counted those sewers as buildings that never ended.
There was probably a very
oh my
real...
god, flipping you off so hard.
Probably a
right
very
now.
real fear. And I'm just like, you know what, let's just keep pouring money into this. So that the minute someone pops out, I can just set them on fire. Even though I'm pretty sure once this happens, I think the scenario ends, I'm like really hoping I can just burn everything down. I'm just like, come on. And there we go, I nuke them all before everything ends!
Boom!
Good job, Highness! We are now free of such elven threats as gambling, relaxation, music, culture.
Who am I fooling?
Hey, Highness! You've managed to deprive this town of all crime, amusement, and entertainment. It's become a wholesome, safe, and dreadfully dull place to live, if you ask me. Outstanding work.
Yeah, you know what, Advisor? You can just go take the shovel, okay? You've got yourself a nice pile of dead elves out there. You can have all the fun you want sorting them from the pile to the pit. Okay? Alright.
Sort of Prohibition Chicago.
There is why I've always loved this mission, because after this incredible catharsis, it's just like it's the only post-mission one where you don't get like almost verbally sucked off. It's just like, yeah, okay, we kind of fucked this one up, huh? It's just like, what? Screw you, man! I just bled for that. I bled for that.
It's
Go
just
to
like,
hell.
it's just like it wouldn't have been enough of a kick in the balls if I hadn't had the 3 preceding failures, 2 of which because of horrendous bug outs. But you know what? Like I said, totally worth it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Urban Renewal, and quite frankly, like no other mission makes me love Majesty quite like that one whatsoever. Just can't do it. They can't. For me, they can't top it. They can top it in difficulty. Holy hell, they can top it in difficulty. But they cannot top it in just sheer cathartic enjoyment. It's just, that is like the fucking popcorn of Majesty missions. I will just shovel that in my face as many times as I want.
Good way to put it.
So that was today's episode. I don't know what we're doing next time. What are we doing next time?
Hang on. Next time is actually Europe again with Clash of the Empires.
Ah, yes, Clash of the Empires, where our kingdom is rather unfortunately placed between two rival beast kingdoms. So the enjoyment of lots and lots of bodies hitting the floor will not stop. Yeah, I was thinking Clash of the Empires. I didn't remember. I was thinking so soon.
Murder intensifies.
Yeah, it's just gonna. It's a different kind of urban renewal. Except now everybody else is trying to flatten us and turn us into a parking lot. So we'll see you all next time. I've been the last Purple Guy.
I've been Cool Guy.
And I've been a
See you all for the Clash of the Empires.